This woman talked about how she had a head full of natural hair. Most black women do not have long hair. They do not have long natural hair. Black hair does not grow.
No other group of people care as much as black people do with how their women do their hair. Why are black women constantly put under pressure to show and embrace their natural hair and to prove that their natural hair is a certain way when no other group of women have to do that? I kept getting tagged in this one video of this girl stitching another video of a girl saying, what is the end goal with wigs? And then the girl stitched it and was like, the end goal is for black women to finally embrace their hair. I would like to add in, she did say that she loves to wear wigs herself, and the reason why she doesn't like wearing wigs is because it eats up her edges and that like it lifts or whatever, and that currently she's transitioning into not wearing wigs anymore. What caught me off guard about that video was when she said, as black women, and then the fact that it's not our real hair. I'm telling you right now, no other race gives a flying shit what their own women do with their hair. So many white girls bleach the fuck out of their hair, spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to get their hair to be a certain color of blonde, and you do not see white girls coming on here being like, as white women, we really gotta stop dyeing our hair. And same equivalent as black women wanting to wear wigs. Every other race is able to straighten their hair every single day, and white girls do, guys. I know some people think they don't, but they really do. Every day they wake up, they'll blow dry their hair or they'll straighten it. All my white friends do that. So every other race can do that, but then like for some reason for black women, it's like a fucking issue if they don't want to wear their natural hair, when every other race gets to not wear their natural hair and no one cares. Their own people don't care, other people don't care, and it's just irritating. Other races gets to wear clip-ins, tape-ins, they go get their hair manipulated into being the perfect blowout so it's voluptuous when their natural hair is not voluptuous at all. It's actually very thin. But nobody cares. So why is it in the black community that we care so much? And let me add in, I personally have worn my natural hair. Before I started doing sew-ins, wigs, and then U-parts, I only started doing that literally a year and a half ago. Before that, I quite literally wore my natural hair. It was either straightened or in like a full, like, wearing it down. And it looked beautiful. But for me, I have so much hair and my hair is so fucking dense, guys, that it got tiring doing it. And that is something that black women really struggle with every single day. We have very thick hair and sometimes we just don't want to do it. And sometimes we just don't want to ever do it again. And that shouldn't be an issue. And then if you don't like wearing wigs, don't wear wigs. I think it's a discussion that does not need to be had because nobody else has these type of discussions except us, and it's just getting weird. Like, let people do what they want to do with their own hair. You don't know their story, you don't know what's going on, and it's just getting weird. And it's not just that girl that does this, it's literally everyone that does this to black women. I'll get comments all the fucking time that's like, show your natural hair. I'll wear my natural hair and they'll be like, it's a wig. It's like, people are so obsessed with our hair and making sure we're constantly at a natural state, but why don't they have that same energy towards any other race? Another point I want to make is the girl that stitched the video had also said, oh, I'm transitioning into my natural hair. That's why I have a sew-in. But your natural hair is under that sew-in. So why not just wear that hair? If it's not the length you want, if it's not like fully like healed from whatever damage, like I don't know what the hair is like. Why not just wear it like that? That is the natural state. And that is what the point you're trying to make is black women need to wear their natural hair. But you yourself are not even comfortable fully wearing your natural hair. Get a sew-in. You want to do that. And there's nothing wrong with that. But don't tell other black women to go do something that you yourself aren't even like fully ready to do yet. That's why you have to transition. The end goal of wearing your hair in wigs and sew-ins and anything, the end goal is for whatever the fuck you want it to be. That's it. If you feel the most beautiful wearing your natural hair, wear your natural hair. If you feel the most beautiful and confident when you're wearing a wig or a sew-in, do that. And don't look at the next black woman and be like, well, we need to all be on the same path and we need to all embrace our own hair and like speak on it, because that's none of our business, guys. I think that we have a lot of unneeded discussions and comparisons, and it's just getting weird. But I do want to add in, please don't give any hate to the person if you know what video I'm talking about. There's no hate, there's no anything, because that was her personal opinion. It's just a discussion that was brought up that I feel like Why are we always talking about weird shit like this? The question I want to leave for you guys to answer in the comments is, why do you think, in your personal opinion, that us in our community, we give so many shits about what we do to each other's hair?
During my transition period, as you guys can see, I wear a lot of dukes. I wear a lot of short hair. I wear a lot of wigs as well, because I did not, as uncomfortable as it is for me, right? As uncomfortable it is. I also have some other insecurities that I won't highlight in this video, for my personal mental health as well, and for my personal reasons. Like, going off just me depending on my natural hair, it's mainly because I wanted to start being comfortable in myself. I also feel like in Africa it can be irritating, and you put it somewhere here, and it gets very, 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 very uncomfortable and itchy. And I'm like, why am I doing this to myself? Why am I putting so much strain on my hair? Why am I doing this to my face that's already, sensitive and does not want a lot of things put to it? For example, I find makeup that I love, even though I want to learn it, uncomfortable. I really struggle with makeup sometimes because it gets heavy on my face, even though I would like to do it. I would like to learn it. And even sometimes I pay people to do my makeup. That's how much I love makeup. And I feel like it's necessary for certain areas. When you need makeup, But for me, I've gotten comfortable. But with my skin as well, your skin needs to be clear. And my skin is not exactly clear. My skin has its own challenges. Like I said, it's very sensitive. And I also like food, and it puts into its own challenges as well. Mix that with you going natural, and showing portions of your face as well that you're not comfortable with. There's a reason why we also wear wigs. It also to hide some features about ourselves that we don't like. Remember, we've been put on a microscope as Black people, that certain features on our faces are not beautiful. Our eyes, our nose, our eyebrows, our proportions of our face, our ears, our neck, the way we position ourselves, everything has been scrutinized. And we also get so uncomfortable sometimes to just go out publicly and just be ourselves, because when we be ourselves, we need to have some certain, we should have attained some level of confidence. That takes years to master. That takes years to practice. That takes years of you reaffirming to yourself your own beauty. And we never really get to be those characters and fit into those ideal versions of ourselves, because constantly the media reinforces that white is beautiful, that if you're not having certain features that is closer to whiteness, even when you're dark, you're not considered beautiful, because it does a lack of poor job in representing people. It does a poor job in representing people with long hair in our Black community. It does a poorer job even in representing Black people with a whole different type of features, because they are not considered beautiful. They are considered ugly.
When I say this, I'm not saying it to offend anyone. I believe that's the statement I need to make. However, whenever Black South African men tell me that South African women are the most beautiful in Africa, I'm like, yeah, well, duh. We are, of course. That does not take away the fact, your opinion on whatever you think, be it beauty, culture, history, tradition, politics, fashion, and the list goes on. It's really not valued, whether they be continental or international. As long as they are Black, they don't matter. On a Western international level, this is jungle fever. Whenever a white man needs to experiment, these are the girlies representing Africa, that they want to see represent Africa. And the look is also important. Oftentimes what we think is beautiful is a caricature to them folk.
As first of all, you know it's not the same. White women bleaching their hair or straightening their hair is not the same as what we do. And I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go there. So I know the sister's gonna pretend they don't understand what I'm saying. This woman talked about how she had a head full of natural hair. Most black women do not have long hair. They do not have long natural hair. Black hair does not grow. It does not grow at the same uh, speed as other races. If you are one of the unicorns where you can cut your hair one day and in 2 months or 3 months you got inches, you know you're a rare breed. When we cut our hair, that's it. It's going to take a little while for it to grow. Damage or undamaged. Drinking water and not drinking water. Why do you think one of the major ways to make money is to sell black women growth oils? Even from Madam CJ Walker to right now, you want to make a quick buck, sell a growth oil. Our hair does not grow like that. It doesn't. And I'm going to go here. I do not look feminine with natural hair. Then coupled with the fact that the hair doesn't grow as fast, no. Some women have the confidence, they have the beauty to be able to pull off a short natural. I do not. I do not. And I think most black women do not. Do not. And for a lot of, I know me, I feel prettier with wigs or straight hair. I feel prettier. I feel more feminine with hair, wearing hair that mimics another race of people. And I know that's a shame. And I know that's some internalized self-hate. But listen, my eyes aren't fooling me. I don't look, okay? I don't look that good in any style. But definitely when my hair looks what it looks like, natural. You know how some men, black men, they like a woman natural in theory, but if you put her side by side with a woman with a wig, they would choose a woman with a wig. I think a lot of black women are on that type of tip. We like our hair natural in theory. You know, we should like it in theory. We like it better on somebody else, but when it comes to us, we do not look feminine. You know, we do not look we do not look pretty. And the black community knows that we have those self-esteem issues. The black men and black women, they know we have these insecurities around our hair. And instead of letting us be great, what do? Taunt and pick. And knowing everything that we're going through. Knowing that, for real, I don't want to wear straight. I don't want to wear straight hair. But I don't look good with my natural hair. And the natural wigs, they look like, you know, who done it and why. I'm not trying to go to work looking like Mufasa. So I'm sorry if I let the cat out of the bag and I explain too much, but this is it. And y'all need to stop. Listen, it'll never change. It'll never change. Okay, so y'all can harass us. You can belittle us. You can talk about the hard wig versus the soft wig, X, Y, and Z. We don't care. We don't care. Y'all can put it to bed. Y'all not. The black community thrives off of abuse. The black community thrives off of abuse and trauma. Okay? And so, you know, it is what it is.
Wow. Like, it will never change because you have gotten comfortable with your own insecurities. And even when people try to tell you, you choose not to listen. You even chose to switch off your comments because you do not want to listen. And the sad thing, which is the sad part, you're going to have kids. They're going to inherit your insecurities. You're not going to teach them any different. You're going to teach them that I do not look good because you don't see yourself beautiful. How would anyone else see you as beautiful? I can tell you I wear my short hair. Regardless of if anyone thinks it's beautiful or not, I wear it. I'm beautiful for me. I'm not beautiful for anyone else. I even go to work with my short hair. Other girlies came and told you that what you're saying is not true. Switch off your comments. Switch on your comments. Don't switch them off. Let's show you that black women are capable of growing hair longer. Because of the trauma you've done to your hair, it does not respond to other black people's hair. You have to nurture it. You have to work it. It's going to take time. It might not work in your generation, but it will get better.
Black women do not have long hair. They do not have long natural hair. Black hair does not grow. It does not grow at the same speed.
So I would like to address this 40-year-old woman, as I do, some perm rods. And I'm calling out her age because only somebody born at that time actually believes something like that. Like, come on. If you pay attention to today and the education we have on natural hair, there's a lot of us out here with it. And every race, there is people with thin, unflattering hair that they do not like. That's every race. But in your time period when you grew up, y'all was taught to hate y'all hair. So y'all did everything to it, but take actual care of it. Okay, growing up, my hair did not pass this. It was nice where it was, but it never passed this. Why? Because one, I never did trims, because I don't know, black women, we afraid to cut our hair. That's something that was taught to us, and we need to unteach it. Okay, trims are our friends. And two, my only product was Vaseline. And Vaseline don't provide no moisture for this, okay? There's no moisture. Water is how you get moisture in your hair. So please, do not speak for all black women just because you came from a time period of self-hate. We're at a time period of love now, self-love, and if you took a look with your eyes open, you would see so many black women with nice, long, natural hair now. Okay, in the 90s, it was impossible to see somebody with natural hair. We all permed it up. But now, get it together. If you need a regimen, so if you want to see your hair grow, just say that. But don't project your insecurities among the rest of us black girls, okay? If you are someone who wants to grow your hair, hit me out for a consultation. Let's talk about it. I didn't even get to do the perm rods, but hey, I needed to get that off my chest.
Black women do not have long hair. They do not have long natural hair. Black hair does not grow. It does not grow at the same speed as other races. If you are one of the unicorns.
If only she came correct, I swear people would be able to help her. They would teach her the ropes. But because of her attitude, let me not talk too much on this. But I really hope she recovers, heals. But after 40, sometimes it gets impossible. You have set beliefs and set things that you believe in. So I can only wish her the best. And I hope that maybe she does better with the next generation in her lineage.
I now identify as a unicorn. Watching that video took me back to when I first went natural. I used to think that the longest my hair would ever get was my chin. A few years later, I am confidently sitting at tailbone length even after over trimming my hair last year. One thing that most black women have and other races do not struggle with is shrinkage. Our hair can literally be as long as Rapunzel and shrink to the length of a toothpick. And that is what makes having natural hair magical. Our hair grows at the same rate as other races, but because of shrinkage, it is perceived as the slowest growing hair. Another thing that we need to realize is our hair type is like an egg. It is fragile. You need to be gentle with it. It is the most susceptible to breakage. Once you figure out a hair care routine that helps you to retain length and to maximize your hair growth rate, you become a black Rapunzel. As for not feeling attractive or feminine in your natural hair, that is between you and God. Ciao.